Oh boy, we're getting closer. Dang, we are now up to 13.5, which is the sum of infinite series. And the series that we're going to talk about today are geometric. And if you remember, geometric, those are the ones that multiply. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say it was 1/2 plus 1/4. Come on. Plus 1/8 plus 1/16 plus forever. Okay, so you would say, well, that's easy. I am multiplying by a half each time, right? Okay, so that means that r equals a half. All right, here's the equation. To find the sum of a geometric series, an infinite geometric series, the sum of all those terms, in other words, if I were to add a half plus a fourth plus an eighth plus a 16th plus a 1/32nd plus a 1/64th, and then it just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller number, you would just do this. You take the first term over 1 minus r. So let's do this problem. So what happens if you add this to infinity and beyond? The first term would be a half. The bottom would be 1 minus a half. Oh, okay. So that's a half over a half, which means that the answer, when you add up all those, like huge numbers, it converges to 1. Okay? So it converges to 1, meaning you're going to get there eventually. You're going to get really close pretty doggone fast because watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. The sum of the first term's a half, right? And then if you were to add a half and a fourth, hang on. If I were to figure out, hey, what's the sum of the first two terms? Well, that would be taking a half plus a fourth, which is 3/4. Okay, so that's the sum if I just added 2. Well, let's see, what about figuring out the sum of the first three terms? Well, that would be a half plus a fourth plus an eighth. And if you add that, you get 7/8. Okay, and already after just adding 3 terms, you get doggone close to 1. 7/8 is pretty close, right? It's like, 0.125 away. But then you keep on adding on a number, but the number that you're adding on keeps on getting smaller. 1/16 is smaller than 1/8. 1/32 is smaller than 1/16. So when you keep on adding those numbers smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, you are going to converge eventually to get an answer of 1. You'll be like 0.999999999. Click. Okay, so that's the formula, right? So what if I said it was a geometric series like this? 9 minus 6 plus 4 minus bop, 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 plus bop, bop, bop. It just keeps on following that pattern, and I tell you that it's geometric. Okay, so just a refresher on how to find r. To find r, you take the second term divided by the first term. And so that means on this one that r would be negative 2/3. The first term is obviously 9. So then if I wanted to figure out the sum of the infinite series, so I could even put like a little infinite right there of that geometric series, it would be 9. That's not an A, dang it. And then it would be 1 minus negative 2/3. And so that would be 9. Ha! And that's going to be over 5/3. Okay, and so that's going to be the same as 9 times 3/5, which is 27/5. And 27/5 is what? 5 and 2/5 or 5.4. Okay, so it's going to get doggone close. It's going to converge to 5.4. Okay? All right, now here's the thing. Sometimes you may have to write the equation. So I know that the homework said to do the class, you know, for the first day, I wanted you guys to do the class exercises, numbers 1 through 8. But looking at number 7 and 8, they're discussion questions. We've talked about them in the past in our class, but I didn't catch it when I wrote out that paper. Let's look at question number. So really all I want you to do is, instead of 1 through 8, I want you to do 1 through 6 on page 502. Okay? It's the class exercises. All right, but I want to do question number 6. Here's number 6. Number 6 says, hey, what if this was the sum of an infinite set of numbers? Okay, and so the 3's just keep on repeating. And you're like, well, what's the first term? The first term would be 0.3. And then, so hang on, let me erase that. Couldn't I rewrite 0.333333 as 0.3 plus 0.03 plus 0.003 plus 0.0003 plus. You get that? If I were to add all 4 of those guys together, wouldn't I get that? Yeah, and I think that's geometric. How would I find out for sure? Oh, I mean, just use a little common sense logic. If I take 0.3 times 0.1, I would get 0.03. If I were to take 0.03 times 0.1, I would get 0.003. If I were to take 0.003 times 0.1, I would get 0.0003, which means that the first term is 0.3. R, because it's geometric, is 0.1. And then if I said, hey, what is the sum? Well, then the sum we already know. The sum is 1/3, which is 0.3333333333333. Okay, so number 6 is already done. So I want you guys to try 1 through 5 now. Okay, so I did number 6. I want you to try 1 through 5. Don't cry. I know it's, oh, for my other class, I was playing annoying music. Let's see, hang on. Wait. Like, what's some of the most annoying music there is? That's right. Steel drum band. Because it's such a dreary day outside, I was like, I wish I was on an island somewhere. And so, you know, like, what do they play on an island? Oh, it's those steel drum. This is jumping the line. There we go. Thanks to Pandora. Yeah. So, try that. Man, we are so close to being done doing problems out of the book. We're going to do some derivatives on the last day, last like 4 days, but it's calculus stuff, right? And so I'm going to show you how to do some problems, and I'm going to write down some problems for you to solve. It's not going to be too hard, and then you can say, yeah, I learned how to do calculus and pre-calculus. Oh, that song's over. Doggone it. Let's see what's next, just for the heck of it, because, oh, a commercial. Gee, thanks. That was terrible timing. All right. With that, I say to you, unless you want to listen to the jingle for, what is it called? Rock Auto Parts. Get ready to sing along, and then we will finish this video. This video sponsored by, oh, I better not say that, because I am being, it's published. Doggone it. Rock Auto. There you are, and there you have it. I say to you, good day.